The following is a presentation of KJAM Sports.
This is Bulldog Basketball on AM 1390. Today's game is brought to you by the KJAM Sportscasters Club.
Now let's head to the press box. It's the Bulldog pregame show
With the voice of the Bulldogs, Matt Gross.
And a good evening and welcome to Pipestone Area High School and Madison Bulldog basketball on the road here against the Arrows on Dakota's Best, AM 1390. And those of you joining us online at AmazingMadison.com. The Madison Bulldogs are back to 500 after a victory on Tuesday that snapped a four-game losing streak. And now in non-conference action across the border, taking on the Arrows of Pipestone Area. This is the Edward Jones Investment pregame show brought to you by Edward Jones in Madison. Start saving for you and your family's future today. Contact the Weebies at Edward Jones in Madison. Madison Bulldogs victory on Tuesday came over the Chamberlain Cubs, a 63-37 score. Madison built up a big lead in the second quarter, and then at the start of the third just put their foot on the gas and got us into a running clock early in that one. The scoring was, from everybody on the floor virtually for the Bulldogs. It was a really jolt back to have Shane Veenhoff back in the lineup for Madison. He was certainly missed in the loss to Del Rapids, the game that he got hurt last week. And then, I don't know that anything was going to get Madison a victory against Sioux Falls Christian last Friday, but having Shane there would have certainly made a difference in just making that game maybe a little bit more palatable against the Chargers. So to get him back, the aggression that he showed, that was one of his most aggressive games of the season, really. Getting to the free throw line as many times as he did and leading the team, in points and free throw opportunities. Miles Schneider continues to impress as the season goes along. A double-double for Schneider in the victory on Tuesday. They got Madison back to an even 6-6 on the regular season. A little bit of a different game here. Madison, they haven't been to Pipestone for a while, and I just didn't have time to do all the research today to figure out the last time they were here. But it's been a minute. I want to say 2018 might have been the last time that Madison was here in Pipestone to play the Arrows. Chad White was an assistant for Pipestone at the time. I don't think he was the head coach. Madison came here, back and forth for a few years. And I do not believe, if memory serves me, that Chad was an assistant or wasn't the head coach for any of those. He was an assistant for 3 years here in Pipestone, head coach for another 2 before coming to Madison for the 2019-2020 year, or maybe 2020-21 year as an assistant for the first time, and now in his first full year as head coach of the Bulldogs. It's been a year of just kind of wild swings in games for Madison this year. Madison is just not showing the ability against the best teams to kind of take a punch and then to come back. Madison has just had the reputation of folding a little bit if they get pushed around, and that's what happened, in most of their losses. The loss to Lennox. Maybe the Castlewood game, a game where they showed a little more resiliency. That was good to see. They followed that up with 3 straight wins, but then the losses to Vermilion, Flandreau, the Dells game, a little more fight, and then the loss to Sioux Falls Christian just seemed like the ball started rolling downhill early, and there was nothing that Madison could do, and at times just didn't seem like they were interested in doing anything about it. And that grit is something that Madison's going to need, and that's why it's so nice to have Shane Veenhoff back, a player who sometimes to his own physical detriment can show a little bit of grit and a little hustle out there, kind of bring up the tempo of everybody else on the team. He was definitely missed in his 1.5 game absence, essentially, for the Bulldogs. Madison takes on a Pipestone area team that comes in with a record of 5-11. Pipestone has lost their last 3 contests, all in the Big South here, losing to Laverne, Windham, and Jackson County Central just the other night by a score of 65-40. The Arrows will have one common opponent with Madison, but it won't be till the end of the year. Madison, of course, beat Worthington just after the new year in the America's Hometown Basketball Classic. Pipestone will play Worthington At the very end of the year, on the 20th of February, their last game of the season, Worthington no longer in the same conference here. They used to be in that Southwest conference together, but now this Big South conference that Pipestone and a number of the teams have formed. They don't play Worthington 2 times a year anymore. So not a lot of way to look through the teams that these 2 squads have played against to figure out what might happen here tonight. Bulldogs can guarantee you one thing. You're in Minnesota playing in this Big South Conference. Things tend to be a little more physical. Refs sometimes feel like we'll let things be a little more physical in there. Also, you're going to be playing halves tonight instead of quarters. Playing halves of basketball here in Minnesota. Minnesota does have the shot clock, so not all that different. Just the little difference there of halves instead of quarters tonight. We're going to take a break here on this Edward Jones Investment pregame show. We'll talk about the road ahead for the Bulldogs. That's coming up for you after a break. But first, we remind you that our game officials, the law on the court, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, who reminds all players and coaches and fans to show officials the proper support and respect. It's their participation that makes high school sports possible. Back with more from Pipestone after this on KJAM.
If you're like a lot of South Dakotans, you've made a purchase online for services or products and have had no issues. Unfortunately, scammers view the internet as their playground, and they're constantly deploying new scams to attempt to take your hard-earned funds. Fraudulent websites have grown by leaps. Consumers and businesses need to check all aspects of a website before making any type of purchase. Questions regarding this scam should be directed to South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust can help you navigate with local mortgage experts who make it easy. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Hi, I'm Laura from Kinsley Funeral Home. My brother Andy and I are always here to help you make final decisions and arrangements for your loved ones no matter where you live. We have facilities in Salem, Hartford, Madison, and can provide services in Sioux Falls at Heritage Funeral Home. At Kinsley Funeral Home, we are always here to help guide you and explain the process so you and your family can make confident and informed decisions. Call Kinsley Funeral Home and let us help you with your funeral arrangements or explain the benefits of pre-planning. Kinsley Funeral Home, offering caring, compassionate services to Madison and the surrounding area.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Call Kundert Williams in Madison today at 256-6608.
Welcome back to Pipestone Area High School and the Edward Jones Investment pregame show on KJAM. And those of you joining us online at AmazingMadison.com tonight, Madison Bulldog boys 6-6 taking on the 5-10 Arrows of Pipestone. Second game of 3 this week on the Bulldogs schedule. Madison will be back at home Saturday in the DAC-12 NEC Conference Clash. Madison at home is in that they're in Madison, but not on their home court necessarily. Madison will not be playing in the high school court. They'll be in the auxiliary or the middle school gym on Saturday afternoon at 3:30, taking on the Webster area Bearcats in that conference clash. Other games in the middle school gym: Canton against Redfield, Tri-Valley against Sisseton, Elk Point against Millbank, and then after Madison, Dells against Groton. In the high school gym on Saturday, it's Lennox against Roncalli, Vermilion against Sturgis, Dakota Valley versus Dual, West Central against Hamlin, and then Sioux Falls Christian against Clark Willow Lake. That's the last game at about 5:45, give or take, on Saturday at the Madison High School gym. Then after that for the Bulldogs, we're into February. They'll be in action against McCook Central Montrose on the 11th. So 10 days off after that conference clash when they play Webster area. Then they host McCook Central Montrose on the 11th of February. After that, West Central, Canton, Dakota Valley, a trip to Millbank, as well as a matchup with Baltic on the 28th to wrap up the regular season. And then we turn the calendar into March. And March 4th will be the start of the Region 3A playoffs. Right now in Region 3A, granted again, a lot of time to go here, but Region 3A with the Bulldogs has them currently sitting in the number 5 spot. West Central at 10-2. They are the number 1 team in the region, and unless things drastically change, they've got a pretty wide margin of lead in those seed points over Flandreau. You would expect West Central to be that number 1 seed. The 1 seed in the 7-team region gets a bye. Number 2 right now is Flandreau, followed by Del Rapids, Baltic, Madison, Garrettson, and Tri-Valley. So if the Region 3A playoffs were to start today, it would be Madison at Baltic. But I think certainly room for Madison to at least leapfrog Baltic into that 4 spot and have a chance to host in the first round. Then from there, you're playing either West Central, Flandreau, or Dells most likely, trying to find a way into the SODAC 16. This region is not, an easy one to get out of, certainly. But compared to some of the regions Madison has played in the past, compared to some of the regions that they could be in, I think you take it. You could be in Region 4 that has Sioux Falls Christian, Lennox, Dakota Valley, and Vermilion. All teams that I would not be shocked to see if they in the state tournament, but only 2 of them even get to come out of that region and into the SODAC 16. So Region 4A right now is kind of what Region 3A used to be maybe 10 years ago or so, right? When you had Madison, Sioux Falls Christian, Del Rapids, and Flandreau. That 1 year before the SODAC 16, you had Madison, Christian, Dells, and Flandreau, and I think at one point all 4 of them were ranked in the top 5 in Class A basketball in South Dakota, and one of them got to go out of Region 3A. And I think there were a lot of reasons to implement the SODAC 16, but I think Region 3A was maybe the most glaring case back 10, 12, 15 years ago for why it needed to happen, and it's been, I don't think any doubt, a real big success, making these state tournaments a lot more competitive than they used to be in the past. But hey, we got a month to go before we really get into state tournament time. Madison is here in Pipestone to take on the Arrows tonight, as we are just a few minutes away from the start of this ball game. I believe, looks like we're going to have starters listed out here before a national anthem. They may not even do a national anthem. I'm not 100% sure, because there was a girls varsity game between Minneota and Pipestone prior to this, so they might just treat this like a doubleheader and not do the anthem here for this one. So we'll play it by ear and see what they want to do. It's not something that I think a lot of us knew was going to be the case. We walked in here today looking to see the JV team, but Madison JV actually played at 4:30 today and picked up a win over Pipestone. The freshmen played over in their auxiliary gym, while the Pipestone girls played that varsity matchup and beat Minneota here earlier this evening. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll start with the visitors, your Madison Bulldogs. It's the starting lineup we've seen in all but one game this year. Starting at the guards, Brody Cummins, a 6-foot junior, number 2. And Kason Crabtree, the 6'2 junior, number 3. The point guard for Madison, Shane Veenhoff, 5'11 junior, number 4. And the Bulldog forwards, Miles Schneider, a 6'3 junior, number 1. And Ben Brooks, the 6'9 senior, number 21 for Madison. For the Arrows of Pipestone, it'll be Caden Zephyr, a 5'11 junior, starting at a guard. Also at a guard is Tegan Welber. He's a 6'2 senior, number 2. The forwards, Micaiah Winter, a 6'4 senior, number 14. And Austin Mush, he's a 6'3 junior, number 20. Their center is Landon Quist, a 6'5 senior, number 23. For head coach Michael Slaba, Tim Stotts and Cody Heidebrink are the assistants for the Pipestone area Arrows. Madison, of course, Chad White in his first full season as head coach. Jared Yonke and Preston Nordling are the assistants. Coach Slaba looking solid out there today. Got the suit on and tie as we are ready to go here in Pipestone. The Arrows and the Bulldogs. Arrows in their home green uniforms. Bulldogs in their road whites. The opening tip is up and controlled by Pipestone, and this game is underway. 18-minute halves here, just starting in Pipestone as the ball moves for Quist at the top of the key. Wants to drive on Brooks. Nearly slid that pivot foot as he works it to the wing into the hands of Winter. Winter drives into the paint. Shot up over the top of Schneider is no good on the help D, and rebounded by Cummins for Madison. Ahead now for Crabtree. Crabtree back over to Brody. Pipestone sets up in a man-to-man defense. Here's Schneider now. Wanted to drive, but nothing there. They kick it for Veenhoff. He'll fire up a three and knock it down. Shane Veenhoff with the triple. Gets the Bulldogs on the board first. Here on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard, a 3-0 lead in Pipestone on this Thursday night. Ball into the hands of Winter. Winter moves it into the post, putting the shot up. Off the iron is Landon Quist. Again, good defense by Schneider. Bulldogs quickly the other way. Cummins driving the baseline. Passes to the corner. Was looking for Ben, but it was knocked out of bounds by Quist. And we'll stay here with the Bulldogs. Just underway. 1 minute into this ball game. 3-0 Madison lead on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Veenhoff inbounding on the baseline. Lobs it up high. Was looking for Brooks. Landon Quist at 6'5". He's got some ups. List him at 6'5". It's a tall 6'5", a lanky 6'5", and he can get up there. He knocks that one out of bounds. Bulldogs maintain the possession. Here's Schneider now with it for Madison. Crabtree takes the pass and then finds Brooks. Brooks looking to attack. Now leaves it off for Brody. 16 on the shot clock. Veenhoff lobs it in high for Ben. Works it from the post. Fakes a pass. Spins to his left. Turns around. Jump shot is good. Ben Brooks with his first two. And it's a 5-0 lead for the Bulldogs here in the early going. Into the front court. Drive. Shot up off the glass is up and good. That's Tegan Welber. 6'2" senior with the bucket. Bulldogs the other way. Veenhoff back over to Brooks. Scored on that last bucket. Now Schneider drives to the free throw line. Little bump, but he stays with the possession. Crabtree was trying to post up down low. Now he comes out beyond the arc to take the ball. Brody wanted to go inside with it, but nothing there. Pipestone's really clogging up the paint. Here's a pass for Brooks. Tipped, almost didn't get to him. Brooks batted it over to Crabtree, then got it back. Then pump fake, steps back, wants the three on the step back jumper off the back of the iron, no good. Veenhoff skies in the air, grabs the rebound, steps beyond the arc. He'll fire a three, no good. And Pipestone grabs the rebound as Winter controls it for the Arrows. Into the front court walks Welber. Welber on the drive now, guarded by Veenhoff. Lost the basketball. Schneider's to the floor, picks it up. Now Brody with eyes up is looking for someone to run the break. Finds it to Ben. They can't run as Pipestone got back. They'll set the offense. Schneider gives it back to Ben in the corner. Hand on him. He drives. Baseline. Rises. Two-handed flush. Throws it down. Ben Brooks on the attack for two more. 7-2 Bulldog lead. 3 minutes into the opening half. Pipestone works it inside. Schneider doing battle in there against Mush. Shot no good again from inside. Schneider doing a great job on the defensive end. Here's Veenhoff. Fakes in the three. Drives inside. Leaves it off for Schneider. In traffic, he spins into a right-handed jump hook. Spins out of the rim. No good. And rebounded by the Arrows. They'll walk it slowly across the timeline here. Pipestone has really wanted to go inside. But Schneider has been playing great D down low in the post. Here's Welber driving in. 15-foot jumper over the top of Brooks is up and through. And it's a 7-4 Bulldog advantage now. As Veenhoff walks into your picture here for Schneider. Schneider looks to find Cummins in a backdoor cut. Kicks to Ben in the corner for a three. In and out, no good. Rebound Crabtree. High off the window. Won't get the roll. It's off the front of the iron. No good. And Pipestone survives two close misses on that Bulldog possession. Tried by Welber now. Welber kicks into the corner. Three-pointer up on the way for the Arrows. That's Winter, no good. And the rebound to Pipestone. Here's Zephyr with the basketball. Back out to Wobler now. Wobler on the hesitation, goes around a screen right side, drives through a double team, up high off the glass, no good. Fights for the rebound, Ben rips it away, and then we're going to get a foul. And this will be the first foul of the ball game on either team, and it comes about 4 minutes into the ball game. Bulldogs will bring their freshmen and Henry Veenhoff and Nolan Nielsen into the ball game. Crabtree and Brody Cummins head to the bench. So Shane Veenhoff will walk this one up as Madison has a 3-point lead, 7-4. Just over 13 minutes to go in the first half, and boy, that pass rifled out of bounds. He was looking for Nolan in the paint, and maybe that's why Shane's the wide receiver, not the quarterback. Well, that pass uncatchable. Turnover on the Bulldogs, gives it up to the Arrows here. Pipestone to the elbow left side for Quist. Quist on the attack goes right at Nielsen, who blocked the first shot. Quist got the rebound, no. Then another putback, blocked again by Nielsen. Now Nolan's got the board. Outlets it to Shane. Shane into the front court. It's a 1-on-3. Goes up and attacks and gets fouled. It'll be 2 shots from the free throw line for Shane Veenhoff. That's the attack mode we were talking about at our pregame show that Shane was showing in the game on Tuesday, earning these trips to the free throw line. He's got 3 points here, 3 of the 4 for the Bulldogs, and now make it 4 points for Shane, 4 points for Brooks as that free throw drops through. Substitution for Pipestone, Landon Johnson, a 5'11 senior, checks into the ball game, replacing Tegan Wobler. Second free throw spins out, no good, and rebounded by the Arrows. Zephyr will run the point now. Zephyr works it right side. Drive by Winter. Winter kicks back to Zephyr. Zephyr into the paint. Goes outside looking for Winter. Nearly threw it away. Winter on the crossover. Ben cut him off, and now he threw it away. Taken away by Veenhoff on the interception. He'll go one-on-one up and lay it in. 2 more for Veenhoff. He's got 6. And it's a 10-4 Madison advantage. Pipestone's Winter. Guarded by Brooks beyond the arc. They go into the post for Mush. Mush leaves it back on a cutter. That was, couldn't see, I think that was Mush that time. Yes, that was Quist on the pass to Mush. And it'll be 2 shots from the free throw line. Foul on Henry Veenhoff, his first personal. 6-point Bulldog lead. We have 12:45 to go in the opening half. Free throw is up and good. If you just halves played in Minnesota as opposed to the quarters. Second free throw drops through as well, and a substitution as Aiden Hinker, a 6'5 senior, checks in for Austin Mush. Bulldogs with Brooks on the floor along with Veenhoff, Schneider, and Nielsen. Here's Henry at the top of the key. Henry spins to his left, puts it up off the heel of the iron, no good. Tried to follow his shot, nearly fouled Landon Quist, but Quist controls the rebound, didn't get the call. Pass left side into the hands of Johnson. Johnson guarded by Shane here. Goes to the high post for Quist. Quist looking to go into Schneider. Backs him down into the block. Wave everything off. We're going to get a foul on Schneider. And it'll be Pipestone basketball. Second foul on Madison. And the first on Schneider in this opening half. Another sub for the Arrows. Check it in. This will be Matthew DeBates, junior, in for Zephyr. And he will trigger the inbound as they stack on the right side of the paint, go into the block. Looking to drive was Hinker. Got it out to Quist. Quist works it left side, gets it back beyond the arc, fires up an air ball three-pointer. Then a rebound blocked by Ben, tips it to himself, throws it ahead Nolan. Nielsen now for Veenhoff. Veenhoff fires up off the glass, no good, with some contact. And the rebound to the Arrows. Quist into the front court. Quist off the glass, puts it in for 2. First 2 points of the game for Landon Quist. Bulldogs quickly the other way. Schneider on the attack, no good. Nielsen a rebound. Nielsen a putback, that won't fall. And the Arrows with another board. Rifling a pass ahead for Winter. Winter drives, then tried to pass as he was going out of bounds, and it's knocked away by Veenhoff. And stays with Pipestone. Cummins will check in. Shane Veenhoff to the bench here with 11:33 to go in the first half. Austin Mush back into the ball game, replaces Quist. It's one thing for the coaching staff, maybe you get used to your rotations. You sub guys where you want to sometimes just based on the clock, if you can. But you're used to that in quarters. Now you're here in a half and having to adjust to that a little bit on the fly. It maybe helps to have had Coach White here in Pipestone for those 5 years. Inside, wide open is Hinker from the right block, and he gets an easy 2, and that ties this ball game at 10 apiece. Cummins, top of the key for Henry Veenhoff. Veenhoff drives, spins back out, passes back between the circles to Brody. Now off to Brooks. And Cummins. Brooks again. Brooks around a Nolan screen, gets into the paint, kicks to the corner for Brody. Brody goes down to the block, now Schneider. Schneider, one dribble, turns, spins to his right on a hook shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, and then a foul by Cummins. He was the last man coming in as that ball was being tipped around, tried to knock it out of the hands of Hinker. And it'll be a foul on Brody Cummins, third on the team, his first personal. Henry Veenhoff out as Crabtree comes back in for Madison here as we approach the 10-minute mark in the first half. Zephyr back into the ballgame, runs the point here, lobs it in high for Hinker. Hinker had it knocked out of his hands by Schneider and then ripped away by Nielsen. Schneider runs it up on the far side. Cross-court pass to Ben. Ben attacks into the paint. He got wrapped up before he could make his move by Zephyr, who will pick up his first personal foul, team's third. And Bulldogs will inbound here on the baseline. Nope, pardon me, it'll be on the sideline, and it'll be Cummins that will fire it in. Crabtree, Cummins, Nielsen, Brooks, and Schneider on the floor here for the Bulldogs. Brody on the attack, kicks it out to an open Schneider. Pump fakes in a 3, goes inside with the right hand, lays it up, got fouled. And 2 shots coming from Miles Schneider, who's mad at himself for not making that layup. Some good hard contact, though, as he drove. And he'll earn it here from the free throw line. Schneider scoreless yet in the ball game, but that changes as the first free throw drops through. And gives the Bulldogs a lead back now at 11-10 here on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. One more free throw for the Madison Junior. This one short off the front of the iron. Nielsen almost got that rebound tipped back over to Brooks, but Pipestone controls. Pass ahead into the hands of Debates. Debates back to Zephyr. Guarded by Crabtree. Now around a screen. Picked up by Brooks. Off to the left side for Winter on the attack. Left it short. Might have been blocked by Nielsen, but then an offensive rebound by the Arrows, and a putback is up and in. They've been hitting the glass hard here in this one against the Bulldogs. Brooks between the circles. Left side for Crabtree. Back over to Ben now as they'll reset offense. Nielsen screens, didn't get there in time though, did not screen his man at all. That's been a problem for Madison. Screens that just don't get set. Nielsen kicks outside, Crabtree, how about a catch and shoot 3? He got it! Kason Crabtree, who hit 3 from beyond the arc in Tuesday's victory, knocks his first 3-point shot down here, and the Bulldogs are back up 2, 14-12. Winter, guarded by Cummins, drives into the paint, runs into Ben, and then fires it up from 10 feet and knocks it down. Ties the ball game at 14 apiece. Brooks to the free throw line. Over right side for Crabtree. Crabtree around a screen. The ball works back to the left side now for Ben. Has a screen, rejects it, drives baseline, little bump foul on Micah Winter. And that'll be the 5th foul now on the Arrows. Shane and Henry Veenhoff come in. Schneider and Nolan Nielsen out with 9:06 to go in the first half. That was the last foul to give for Pipestone. It'll be 1-1 on the next foul for the Arrows. Shane looks to trigger the inbound, gets into the corner for Brody. Now between the circles, Ben. And right side over to Veenhoff. Veenhoff attacking baseline, then kicks it over to Cummins. Cummins outside Crabtree. Nope, he will have an offensive foul before the Crabtree shot called on Brody Cummins. Brody just picked up his second personal. And it gives it back to Pipestone here, all tied at 14 in the first half. 8:54 to play. Arrows into the front court. Zephyr over to Quist. Quist being guarded by Veenhoff there. A little size mismatch. Now on the attack comes Zephyr. Zephyr floats it up with the right hand. No good. Rebound tipped out, but controlled by Brody. Nice pass ahead through traffic to Veenhoff. Veenhoff, though, doesn't have numbers. Has to spin it back out. Into the hands of Ben Brooks. Now Shane off the wing on the left side. Has a Brooks screen. Passes away instead. Nobody in the middle. It's 5 out right now. Now comes a cutter through the block. Fighting through his Crabtree. Gets it inside. Kicks it outside for a Cummins three. Missed everything. And rebounded by Hinker for the Arrows. Zephyr will slowly walk this one up for Pipestone here. All tied at 14 in the opening half. Bounce pass left side for Quist. Quist wanted to drive. Got cut off by Veenhoff. Now to Zephyr. He couldn't get around Crabtree. Gets it back to Quist. Pipestone looking to get some one-on-one drives. The Bulldogs really hedging these screens. Outside three-point shot for Pipestone up. No good. And the rebound tipped by Brooks into the hands of Veenhoff. Veenhoff still with the dribble now as everybody else catches up. Passes off for Henry. Pipestone's made Madison really work through the offense. There hasn't been much quick here tonight. Veenhoff over to Brody now. They reset it. Shane at the top of the key. Not a lot of movement at the moment. 7 seconds to shoot. Here's Shane. Pulls up from 15 feet. No good. Rebound tipped out into the hands of Max Talbert for the Arrows. Zephyr. Right side for Quist. Quist. Now Hinker at the top of the key. Left side Johnson. Hinker again. Out beyond the arc. They're going to give him that three. He has no interest in taking it. Ben really sagging off him so he can help on Quist if he tries to drive like he does here. Shane definitely fouled him, but he got it back. Then missed the shot. Ben got the rebound. Shane had no ball. That was all arm. Here's Shane now. Outside. 3 ball from Veenhoff is short. Brooks had the rebound in his hands, but he lost it. Ball loose. Picked up by Henry Veenhoff. Now for a 3 from Crabtree. No good. And a rebound to Quist for the Arrows. Quist brings it up himself. Now fires to the corner for Johnson. Back over to Quist with 6:16 to play here in the first half. Tied at 14 still. Been here for a while. Zephyr over to Hinker. Shot no good. Offensive rebound inside. Put back and the foul for Austin Mush. And again, these offensive rebounds have really given Pipestone their offense here tonight. Bulldogs will bring Nolan Nielsen and Miles Schneider back in. Ben Brooks will go to the bench here for the first time tonight with 6:08 to go first half, and 1 free throw coming up for Mush here from the free throw line to make it a 3-point game. Free throw up and no good. Rebound up. Who touched it? Pipestone did. The ball was tipped up and off the shot clock. Was going to be out of bounds on someone, and they say last touch by the Arrows. Nearly another Pipestone offensive board. Shane runs the point. Here's Henry attacking into the paint. Henry off glass with the left hand is good. He spun right around on Quist and took him to the rack and ties the game at 16. Caden Zephyr, left side Johnson, and a timeout taken by Pipestone. 5:45 to go here in the first half. We're all tied at 16. Back after this break on KJAM.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window where you're always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL. You love MDL. You love MDL.
Welcome back to the MDL broadcast booth. I'm Matt Gross. MDL, one of the many proud Bulldog sponsors that allow our broadcast to be possible throughout the season, making trips like this across the border into Pipestone, where Madison and the Arrows are all tied at 16. 5:45 to go here in the first half. Zephyr with the basketball for Pipestone following that timeout. They go inside looking for Mush, and it goes out of bounds. Bulldogs basketball. Out of the timeout, Ben Brooks, Henry Veenhoff, Shane Veenhoff, Miles Schneider, and Nolan Nielsen on the floor for Madison. Bulldogs wanted to go to Ben. Henry forced it, and it's picked off by Winter. Winter stops, fades away from 10 feet. Left it short, no good. Nielsen tipped the rebound into the hands of Brooks. Ahead for Henry Veenhoff. Corner for Schneider. Schneider thought about the three, gives it back to Henry instead now. The freshman hands it off to Brooks, the senior. Brooks to the elbow, back over to Miles. Left side for Veenhoff. Henry to the elbow. Henry driving again. Floater with the right hand is too strong and rebounded by Quist for Pipestone. Quist hesitates, now attacks on Nielsen. Stops in the paint, kicks it back out for Zephyr. Now to Quist again. Got him. Schneider in the air, drives on him from 10 feet and knocks it down. And a lead again to the Arrows here at 18-16. Bulldogs give it to Brooks, corner on the right side. Now down in the block for Schneider. Schneider spins on his man. Reverse layup is good. What a move on Micah Winter, and a timeout taken by Coach Chad White. And the Bulldogs, 4:34 to go here first half. We're all tied at 18. Timeout on the floor. We pause as well. Back after this on KJAM.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here in Pipestone from the NDL broadcast booth, I'm Matt Gross. Our ball game tied at 18, 4:34 to go here in the first half. Madison just scored on the basket by Miles Schneider, and now Pipestone with the basketball faces some full court pressure as Sims has checked into the ball game for Madison. Ethan Sims, the 5'7" sophomore, in for the Bulldogs. Into the hands of Winter now for Pipestone. Quist now outside Zephyr for a 3-2 strong. Rebounded Brooks for Madison. They need his rebounding today. The height of Pipestone had really been giving Madison fits. Ben sprints down into the block, turns it around from 10 feet and knocks it down. Second fadeaway jumper Ben is knocked down tonight. And that's a 2-point Madison lead, 20-18. Zephyr gives it away to Johnson on the left side, guarded by Sims. Around a screen to the right. Another hard hedge by the Bulldogs. Here's Johnson trying to drive all the way. He will get fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. See if they got Sims on that one. It was. Schneider was in the area. He's already got one. Sims will pick up the foul instead. That is the 6th on the Bulldogs. Both teams in the bonus now. But this is a 2-shot foul for Landon Johnson, who sinks the first. 3:48 to play here in the first half. And one more free throw would tie us up, and there it is. All square at 20. Johnson will check out as Tegan Wobler will come back into the ball game. Starter had been on the bench for a while after picking up 2 fouls early in the first half here. Veenhoff into the front court. Right side for Sims. Sims, top of the key. It's Brooks. Ben drives, kicks it back out to Ethan. Thought about a catch-and-shoot three, but didn't have his feet set underneath him. Into the corner now for Nielsen. Lob it in for Schneider. Schneider on the block. He's double-teamed. Nearly lost it, trying to create some space. Kicks it out for Ben. Working around for Sims. And then for Nolan. Bulldogs reset. Brooks the top of the key. Brooks on the penetration. Spinning away again. Knocks it down again. Another fadeaway jumper for Ben Brooks. He's up to 8 here in the first half. Bulldogs lead it by 2, 22-20 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Ball into the hands of Winter on the left side. Now Mush tried to go inside, but it was stripped away by Sims. Picked up by Schneider. Rifles a pass ahead, Veenhoff. Veenhoff on the attack. Layup, no. Ben had a putback dunk, but it was a foul on the shot by Shane Veenhoff, so he'll step to the line and shoot a pair here for the Bulldogs. Good strip of the ball by Sims, and then Schneider on the quick find of Veenhoff. And Shane's first free throw out the back of the iron, no good. Johnson back in as the foul was on Zephyr. He picks up his second. He checks out here with 2:55 to go in the first half. One more free throw coming up, Shane Veenhoff, and he missed them both. So Brooks' putback dunk gets completely erased as the Bulldogs miss both free throws. Here comes Wobler now into the front court. With his dribble, trying to drive on Shane. Veenhoff stays right with him. Bounce pass now down into the block. Deep post that time by Quist on Nielsen, and Quist with one hand turns it around and lays it up off glass. Ties this game at 22. Here's Shane. Thought about driving, backed out instead. Now to Brooks into the corner. Brooks looks baseline, crossover, spins, fades it away from 10. Another turnaround jumper, short, rebounded. Nielsen puts it back up, and give him one more. Nolan Nielsen to the line, trying to complete the three-point play. Foul on Pipestone and Austin Mush. And Nolan with his first 2 points, trying to make it his first 3 now here. Free throw for the freshman is off the back of the iron, no good. Bulldogs have missed their last 3 from the line. Arrows come the other way, down 2. Now approaching 2 minutes to go here in the opening half. Ball kicked by Schneider, and it'll stay here with Pipestone. Although I watched that Timberwolves game last night, if you saw the end of that one, apparently in the NBA, kick basketballs, you can just do whatever you want anymore. They had 2 of them the last 2 minutes. Refs never called them in that Wolves-Sun game yesterday. Pipestone will inbound it here. 23 seconds on the shot clock. 2:03 to go on the game clock here in the first half. Taking Wobler. Over to Quist. Quist back to Wobler, then sets a screen. Wobler nowhere to go. Finds Winter. Winter driving from the corner. Throws it from the baseline to the opposite corner. Now into the hands of Wobler again. He fades away from 10 over Schneider and knocks it down. Tough shot taken Wobler. Ties us up at 24 once again. Sims on the right side. Nielsen comes out beyond the arc, grabs the basketball, feeds for Schneider. Sims through on the block. Doesn't like his matchup, gets it back to Miles. Miles tacks into the paint, goes right at his man, puts the shot up, no. But a foul will send Miles Schneider to the free throw line to shoot 2. Miles realizing he had a defender that was undersized against him and was already kind of backpedaling, so he just kept driving towards him. Debates checking into the ball game now, replacing Wobler. So both Zephyr and Wobler out for Pipestone now. They've been the primary ball handlers here, the initiators of the offense. Let's see what the Arrows do. Second free throw up and good, or first free throw up and good, I should say. Now Henry Veenhoff in. As Shane Veenhoff rather, comes out. One more free throw for Miles Schneider. And that one is good. Miles with 5. Shane had checked out. Now he comes back in and replaces Sims. So he checked out after the first free throw, which they let him do for some reason. Then he subs in here. So Pipestone with the basketball as we are near 1 minute to go in this first half. Madison by 2. Pass inside is out of bounds. Who touched it last? Madison did. It was knocked away, I believe, by Schneider. So Pipestone basketball, they'll inbound on the baseline and underneath their own basket here with 24 on the shot clock. Looking to go in for Quist. Instead, pass goes from Mush. Mush inside, lays it up and in. And we're tied again, 26 all. Shane. Over to Nielsen. Now Brooks lobs it down for Schneider. Schneider steps through, kicks it outside. Henry, a straightaway 3-ball, no good. Shane tried to rip a rebound away from Quist, but Landon Quist controls it for the Arrows, who can take the lead now with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Basketball for Winter. Pardon me, this is Debates now. Debates off for Quist. Quist guarded by Nielsen. Passes into the block for Mush. Mush shot no good. Rebound knocked out and controlled by Brooks for Madison. Ben slows it up, top of the key, and gives it away to Nielsen. Shot clock is off. Madison will hold for the final look at it here. 5-second clock started there, so Ben will dribble it back out near the center circle. Now with 16 seconds to go. Ben on the dribble, now with 10. Waits to make his move, now with 9. Ben with 8, pulls up, free throw line, ball stripped out of his hands. Arrows have a chance. Pass ahead, layup at the buzzer, too strong, but we got a foul. We have a foul underneath on Pipestone with 1 second left. And it'll be 2 free throws for the Arrows. Foul, I believe, on 21. I was going to say, I thought they called it on 22. We don't have that. So they call it on Ben Brooks. Free throw is up and short. No good by Micah Winter. So one more free throw with 1 second here, trying to give Pipestone a lead at halftime. Free throw is up and good. Bulldogs have a second to try a shot. They get it to Henry, and that'll do it for the first half. Pipestone by 1 at halftime, 27-26 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Bulldog Basketball on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Madison Regional Health is dedicated to keeping you in the game. Our expert team of physicians or physical therapists can treat your strain, sprains, or any injury that has you sidelined. Madison Regional Health also brings top orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists to Madison every week. Get back to your favorite activities with the help of the specialists and staff at Madison Regional Health.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Are you craving a taste sensation that'll knock your socks off? Stop into the all-new Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Check out Go-Go Burritos dinner specials like a torta and tots for $11.99 every Wednesday, a family meal special every Thursday night, and buy 3 tacos, get 1 free every Friday night. There's options for everyone, so bring the family for a weeknight special at Go-Go Burritos in Madison.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Today, you have more choices than ever in how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the service you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Their local, trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it the most.
Touchdown! But wait, are you ready for the real game changer this season?
That's right. Whether you're in the end zone or the weight zone, Anytime Fitness has got your back.
With 24/7 access, state-of-the-art equipment, and a community that's always cheering you on, it's your home field advantage all year long.
Need to tackle that workout before work or maybe blitz through some cardio after the big game? No problem. Anytime Fitness is always open, just like your playbook. So gear up and head over to Anytime Fitness where champions are made.
Join today and get in the best shape of your life on and off the field.
Go Bulldogs!
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities. Welcome back here to Pipestone, home of the Arrows at halftime. Pipestone area with a 27-26 lead over the Madison Bulldogs. First half of basketball here in Minnesota. Madison got out to a 6-point lead at one point in this game. Pipestone, though, kept coming back. Offensive rebounding, really the key for the Arrows in that first half. A lot of their offense came on second chance points, especially early in the half. Ben Brooks kind of, I think, looked like put a little mission on himself to end that. Madison was doing a lot of batting the ball, really on both sides, and sometimes on the offensive side, that can be a good thing. You know, bat the ball, see if you can knock it off even the glass if you can't get it out of somebody's hands. But batting that ball on the defensive side where you should be able to block out a player and grab a rebound, you need to have someone taking charge and grabbing basketballs. Madison a little too much playing a volleyball on the defensive end, and it was leading to offensive rebounds because this is a fairly tall Pipestone team. I mean, Micah Winter goes 6'4", Austin Mush at 6'3", Landon Quist at 6'5", Aiden Henker at 6'5", and then even, Tegan Wobler at 6'3" was their primary ball handler a lot of times. And those guys were doing some damage on Madison inside. Madison's got, obviously, two really tall players in Nielsen and Brooks, and players that can jump out of the gym and grab rebounds in the Veenhoffs. And, Miles, the way the defense kind of worked out in the rotations, Miles Schneider, who can be at times Madison's best rebounder, he was often defending players that were making those drives or being the primary man coming over to help, and that kind of took him out of position to make rebounds and just led to some easy opportunities for Pipestone. Good news for Madison, though, is they were able to get out and run, and I think that's something that Madison can try to do more of as the season goes along. They are so fast and athletic out there. When you've got Ben on the floor along with both Shane and Henry at times, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to run some fast breaks with those three guys. They're going to be faster than almost any other three that any other team can put on the court out there. Brooks finishes with 8 here in the first half, 6 for Shane Veenhoff, 5 for Miles Schneider, 2 for Henry Veenhoff, 2 for Nolan Nielsen, 3 for Kason Crabtree in the first half here for the Bulldogs. Nobody individually in a lot of foul trouble for Madison. Nobody with more than 2. In fact, for Pipestone, nobody with more than 2. Leading scorer for the Arrows was Austin Mush with 8 points in the first half, 6 for Landon Quist as they have a 27-26 lead here at halftime in Pipestone. Taking a look at some other basketball games on this Thursday night in South Dakota basketball anyway, in our area. Class A boys basketball has Lennox leading Parker 17-8. That one is late in the first quarter. At halftime, Elkton Lake Benton leads the ORR boys 31-14. A good matchup in Vermilion today. Vermilion and the Del Rapids Quarriers. Vermilion has a 2-point lead midway through the second quarter. 17-15 is the score in that one. Dakota Valley and Sioux Falls Christian have just got underway. There's not quite a top 5 matchup, but Dakota Valley sitting just outside that top 5, taking on Sioux Falls Christian. The Panthers are 9-3. The Chargers, of course, are 11-0. Also, Esteline Hendricks boys beat Arlington 80-16 tonight. In girls basketball this evening, some final scores around the area there. As well, actually, this one's at halftime. Dubrook over Flandreau at halftime, 27-15. Dubrook area is the Madison girls' next opponent next week. That'll be in Dubrook. Chester girls lead Bridgewater Emory in the third quarter, 45-30. Also tonight, Lennox girls beat Parker. It was Hamlin over Sisseton this evening. Sioux Valley girls beat Beersford. Vermilion beat Del Rapids. In the fourth quarter, Elk Point Jefferson girls lead Tri-Valley 44-29. Canton beat McCook Central Montrose 67-39 tonight. And the Sioux Falls Christian girls, a matchup of undefeated teams. Sioux Falls Christian beat Dakota Valley 60-48. Here in Pipestone, 27-6, the Arrows lead the Bulldogs. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the start of the second half next on KJAM.
No more waiting for your car repair. Contact the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison. Jake and his son have taken over the former Rogers service and are bringing 35 years of combined experience to Madison. Automedics Car Care can take care of all your engine repair, oil changes, braking, injection systems, battery, transmission, even exhaust work, and much more. Plus, they're offering 10% off your first service. So contact the Automedics Car Care Center today at 256-6762 or visit them on Facebook, the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison.
Heartland Energy is your local public power provider, delivering wholesale energy along with a variety of services to the City of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland partners with the City of Madison to offer rebates for the purchase of efficient electric appliances and equipment. We also offer incentives and low-interest financing options for new or expanding businesses. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is your trusted partner for reliable energy solutions. Learn more at heartlandenergy.com.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to Pipestone, home of the Arrows in the MDL broadcast booth. I'm Matt Gross. Pipestone area has a 1-point lead here at halftime as we get ready to start the second half. Madison will have the basketball. 18 minutes on the clock as second half basketball ready to go here in Pipestone. Bulldogs have their starting five back out on the floor. Shane Veenhoff with the basketball. Sets the offense in motion. Miles Snyder posting up on the block left side. Bulldogs want to go there but can't get it to him. Snyder comes out to the corner, grabs the ball instead. Now Cummins through a cut, outside for Shane. 15 on the shot clock. Left side for Brody. Brody drives into a defender, then leaves it off for Shane now at 9 seconds. Veenhoff crosses over, spins his way into the paint, fades it away, left it well short, and the rebound to Pipestone. Bulldogs no movement away from the basketball again that time. Madison can kind of get a little predictable almost on the offensive side, but nobody moving around too much. Here's a nice cut inside for Quist, and Quist will put a little one-handed jump shot up and through. Pipestone extends their lead to 3 now, 29-26. Snyder, baseline on the attack, missed the first shot, had it blocked, tried to get a second one up, but it was blocked as well. All by Tegan Wobler, and rebound to the Arrows. Wobler, left side for Winter. Winter back out to Zephyr now. Wobler driving right side around a screen, trying to get to the block. Puts it up with the right hand, over the top of two Bulldogs and scores. And the lead now to 5, biggest of the ball game for the Arrows, 31-26 here in the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Crabtree on the right side, top of the key for Brody. Brody waits, calls for help, finds Snyder now. Right side for Veenhoff. Brooks trying to fight through a screen. Shane will just take a deep three, shot no good. And again, just no movement. Nobody seems interested in moving for Madison. 31-26, Pipestone, they've got the ball. On the drive, Winter pulls up from 10 feet, hits the heel of the iron, no good. Cummins grabs the rebound for Madison, ahead to Snyder. Snyder driving through green jerseys, puts the shot up, got it blocked. Tip comes out to Shane. Shane back out to Miles, steps back for a three-pointer, got it. Snyder with the three. And that'll end the scoring drought to start the second half. 31-29, Pipestone. Ball into the corner for Winter. Back out for Wobler now, trying to drive around Veenhoff. Nothing doing there. Gets it back to Winter now. Cummins on him. Brody plays him tight. Goes around a Quist screen. Pick and roll back to Quist. Then a nice little high-low post move down to Mush. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Austin Mush. I think Cummins patted it off his ankle. Good defense by Brody on that possession. Bulldogs down 2. Come up into the front court here. Veenhoff over to Ben on the left side. Crabtree comes around a screen at the top of the key. Grabs the ball back to Shane. Quick movement now over to the corner. Cummins finds Brooks. Brooks on the attack. Stops in the paint. Turns around out to Cummins. Bounce pass down for Schneider. Stripped out of his hands, out of bounds. Stays here with Madison. Now 12 on the shot clock. Schneider will inbound on the baseline here for the Bulldogs. Out to Veenhoff. Then he posts up. Veenhoff goes right back to him. Miles working one-on-one. Puts it up and puts it off the window for 2. And you can give him a chance for one more. Schneider to the line. Trying to complete a three-point play. That foul on Wobler is his third. He checks out. And Johnson, Landon Johnson, back in for the Arrows here. Waiting for a shoelace to be tied. Madison is, speaking of ties, tied the game back up, 31 apiece. And Miles Schneider now in double figures with 10. He's got all 5 here in the second half for the Bulldogs, trying to make it all 6. As the free throw is up, and no good off the back of the iron. Long rebound into the hands of Quist. Quist outlets, leaking in front of everybody was Johnson. High off the glass is good. Schneider went up to try to block it, landed awkwardly, but he's okay, thankfully. Schneider runs to the free throw line as Wienhoff goes for Cummins. Cummins now down on the block for Ben. Ben passes out for Crabtree. Schneider posting up on the opposite side. They go in for him. 3 green jerseys on him. Kicks it out for a straightaway 3 from Brooks. Short, no good. Rebounded by Pipestone's Winter. Left side for Johnson, nearly taken away. He'll step into a deep 2 and knock it down. And Pipestone back up by 4 again, 35-31. Here's Ben on the attack and got fouled just as he tried to pass it out to Crabtree for a triple. Bulldogs will inbound to the baseline. Second foul on Pipestone in the second half, which has seen 4 minutes go by here. 35-31. Arrows lead it by 4 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Schneider looking to make the inbound. Lobs it up high for Crabtree. Kaysen gives away to Schneider, or Wienhoff rather. Now left side for Cummins. Cummins wants to go in for Schneider. Somehow got a bounce pass to it. Miles with the right hand. Little hook is in. They want that matchup. Miles one-on-one on the block. They're not coming to double. He has been scoring it effectively. Kick outside to Zephyr now for the Arrows. Zephyr goes to the post. Mush trying to back in on Schneider and returns the favor with that too. 4-point advantage again for the Arrows. 37-33 here. Corner for Brooks. Brooks from the elbow. Drives it for Cummins. Cummins gets fouled. Third foul on the Arrows with 13:23 to go in the first half. Second on Landon Johnson. Bulldogs will bring the freshman in here as Schneider and Cummins go to the bench. Henry Wienhoff and Nolan Nielsen in for Madison. Shane Wienhoff will trigger the inbounds for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Ben Brooks. Ben on the handoff back to Shane. Now out for Henry. Henry around a screen. Gives it back to Crabtree. Straight away, 3-ball. Got it. Kaysen Crabtree on the pick and pop that time. Good find by Henry. Good action and movement by the Bulldogs on that possession. And they're down 1, 37-36. Here's Quist working his way on Nolan Nielsen. Nielsen's ready to go for the steal. Quist goes for the shot. No good. Got a rebound and then a foul. Looked like Nolan had him clean up top. Let's see where the foul was on Austin Mush here. And it was on Kaysen Crabtree. Not on Nielsen. Nielsen went up high and had a clean block on it. But the foul on Crabtree will send him to the line for 2. First free throw hits the front of the iron and then rolls forward and through. 2-point lead. 11 in the ball game now for Austin Mush. Second free throw, no good. Nielsen rebounds for Madison. Outlets to Shane now. Wienhoff into the corner for Ben Brooks. Brooks goes for Nolan down in the block. Nolan battling his way in, leaves it off for Shane on a cut. Shot no good, followed by Nolan, but a foul, I believe, on Nolan Nielsen. That'll be his first personal foul. Team second here in the second half. Gives the ball back to Pipestone. They lead it by 2, 38-36. 12:42 to play in this ball game. Zephyr runs the point. Left side for Johnson. Now outside Winter. A straightaway 3. Ben on the closeout, though. And the shot's no good. Rebounded by Shane Wienhoff for the Bulldogs. Shane on the hesitation. Now leaves it off for Brooks. Brooks drives to the elbow. Now into the paint. Battling his way in. With the right hand, he fades away and knocks it down. Ben Brooks in the double figures now. He's got 10, joining Schneider in double digits. And we are tied at 38 apiece. Ball at the free throw line for Mush now on the attack. He's fouled and back to the line. Will go the 6'3 junior Austin Mush. First foul on Shane Wienhoff. Third on the Bulldogs in the second half. First free throw is up and good. And he's up to 12 now. Snyder back in. Crabtree out for Madison. And we're going to get Aiden Hinker, the 6'5 senior, coming in, replacing the 6'4 Micah Winter. One more free throw on the way. And that one rattles home. And so it's a 2-point lead again for Pipestone, 40-38. Bulldogs have tied it a couple of times in this second half, but otherwise Pipestone has led. Down into the block now for Henry Veenhoff. Veenhoff, offensive foul, say hooked. The Arrow defender. Bulldogs bench all stood up. Coach White tells them, sit down, boys. If anybody's going to complain about it, it'll be me. And Chad does look like he wants to complain as the ref comes by him. Little pressure by Shane. Pipestone throws it ahead for Quist. They lead it by 2 here. 11:40 to play in the second half. Quist to the elbow. Reverses it back around to the left side now for Zephyr. Back to Quist, top of the key, guarded by Nielsen. Cutter comes through the lane, being fronted by Schneider now. That's Mush down there, and the ball taken away by Veenhoff. Veenhoff goes up, lays it up and in. Took it away from Zephyr and ties it up at 40. Shane took a little bump on his way to the basket, too. Bulldogs bench thought there should have been a foul. Here's Johnson trying to drive. Gets it away to Quist. Quist now spinning on Nielsen. Puts up the shot, and it's good. Beautiful move by Quist. He's got 10 now. And a double dribble called on Shane Veenhoff. He looked like he wanted to fire a cross-court pass, tried to bring it back in, and got called for the double dribble. (42-40) Arrows. And they're back with the basketball again. Wobler back into the ball game. Gives it off to Quist. Quist, right side for Wobler. Wobler has a screen to the right. Now uses it, drives towards the baseline. Feeds it back to Mush. Mush on the drive. He's fouled again. Oh, a travel this time. And the Bulldogs will get it back. 10:47 to play. And timeout before the inbound taken by Coach White and the Bulldogs. 10:47 to go in the second half. Madison down 2, 42-40. We're back after this on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Hi, I'm Laura from Kinsley Funeral Home. My brother Andy and I are always here to help you make final decisions and arrangements for your loved ones no matter where you live. We have facilities in Salem, Hartford, Madison, and can provide services in Sioux Falls at Heritage Funeral Home. At Kinsley Funeral Home, we are always here to help guide you and explain the process so you and your family can make confident and informed decisions. Call Kinsley Funeral Home and let us help you with your funeral arrangements or explain the benefits of pre-planning. Kinsley Funeral Home, offering caring, compassionate services to Madison and the surrounding area.
Back here in Pipestone at the MDL broadcast booth. 10:47 to play in the second half. 42-40. Madison trailing by 2 against the Arrows of Pipestone. Bulldogs have the basketball following that turnover on the last Pipestone possession. Ben Brooks, Shane Veenhoff, Henry Veenhoff, Nielsen, and Schneider on the floor for Madison. Brooks, right side for Shane, quickly into the block for Schneider. Schneider driving baseline, wraps a pass to Nielsen. Nielsen through contact, shot no good. Fights for the rebound, finally gets the whistle. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nielsen and the Bulldogs thought he should have had the 2 shots after the first attempt, but he just fought through the green jerseys that time, took a ball away, and earns this trip to the line, trying to tie the game. First free throw by the freshman is no good. Nielsen 2 points off the bench tonight. Zephyr back in, Wobler out for the Arrows. One more free throw for Nolan Nielsen. That foul was on Wobler, by the way, so that was his 4th. Nielsen sinks the second free throw, makes it a 1-point Pipestone game. with 10.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Pipestone into the front court. Brooks staying right with Quist, not letting him out of his sight. Quist, top of the key with Brooks on him. Wants to go to a high post, but Schneider denying much. And then they try to go to the low post, and Schneider's there to front him and take the ball away. Great defense by Miles. Ahead to Wienhoff. Outside for Henry, and Henry traveled. Stepped back like he wanted to take the three, and if he'd have fired it, he would have been good. But then he took a step forward and traveled with it. Turnover on the Bulldogs with 10:08 to play. 42-41, the Pipestone lead. Madison comes with a little pressure again here. As Zephyr brings this one up, sprints by Shane and into the front court, kicks it outside for Winter. Winter on the attack, leaves it out for Quist. Brooks on him with a hand in his face. Passes left side. Winter will take a contested three, no good. Good box out Nielsen to get the rebound. No offensive opportunity for Pipestone there. Henry to the top of the key. Henry drives, kicks to the corner for Shane. Wants it back in the post, but it goes for Brooks instead. Now out for Schneider on the right side. Henry down in the post, now sets a screen for Miles to go down there. They reverse to the opposite side. Here's Shane driving, hosts the defenders with him. He rises up over the top of them, but missed the layup too strong off the window. And Zephyr again slowly walks it up across the half-court line here in Pipestone with a 1-point lead. Quist with Brooks all over him, traveled with the basketball. Brooks being a little more aggressive on defense here in this second half, and it got Zephyr to turn it over. Shane Wienhoff coming out, I think. Coach White having a conversation with him near the scorer's table. Wienhoff does come out as Crabtree's back in. So with 9 minutes to go here in the first half, it'll be Henry Wienhoff on the floor along with Crabtree, Nielsen, Schneider, and Brooks. Here's Nielsen beyond the arc. Now over to Henry in the corner on the right side. Bounce pass for Brooks. Brooks off to Schneider. Nearly lost that one. Got it back. Now he wants to drive. Gets inside. Spins to the right hand. Left it short off the iron. No good. Rebounded by the Arrows. And again, they're in no hurry as Zephyr walks this one up into the front court with a 1-point lead and over 8 minutes to go in the second half. Bounce pass inside for Hinker. Hinker's got to kick it out. Threw it high. Ben tipped it. It goes out of bounds. Pipestone maintains possession here with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Zephyr wants the inbounds pass. Crabtree hounded him for a moment, but they get it into Zephyr. Screen coming, he rejects it, drives to his right, or left rather, goes inside for Hinker. Hinker lost it, then rose up in the air, and the 6'5", Hayden Hinker puts it in for two. Quickly ahead for Schneider. Schneider jump step into the paint, turns it around to the right hand, left it short, and the rebound to the Arrows. Caden Zephyr and Pipestone have a 3-point lead now as he sets the offense in motion. Here's Winter, back to Zephyr in the corner on the cut. Mush, rejected by Nielsen, rebounded by Crabtree. Schneider brings it up with under 8 to play here in the second half. Schneider around a Nielsen screen, gets to the free throw line. Then outside for Brooks. Brooks drives to the block. Brooks rises, puts it up, awkward angle, shot no good. Rebound tipped by Nielsen, controlled by Ben. Into a Wienhoff three, no good. Rebounded by Zephyr for the Arrows. Still a 3-point Pipestone advantage, 44-41 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard with 7:25 to play in the ball game. Left side for Winter. Winter hesitates, now attacks into the paint. Back out for Zephyr, nearly threw it away. But Caden controls. Right side, Winter a three ball. That's well short. Rebound is loose. Now it's picked up by Brooks. Brooks, it's a 1-on-2. He goes up, two hands, powers it through. Wanted the foul, no whistle, but he got the bucket. And Coach White livid that there wasn't a foul call. Plenty of contact. Ben was going to go try to throw it down. Here's Zephyr now. The lead down to 1. We've got a whistle and a timeout by Coach Michael Slaba and Pipestone. 6:54 to go here in the second half. 1-point Pipestone lead. Back after this break on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Call Kundert Williams in Madison today at 256-6608.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window, we are always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL in Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL. You love MDL. You love MDL.
Back here in Pipestone from the MDL broadcast booth, I'm Mac Rose. 6:54 to play here in this ball game. 1 point Pipestone lead. They have the basketball. 22 seconds on the shot clock as we come back to action. Winters for Zephyr now. For Mush outside. 3 ball coming up. Debate's no good. Rebound fought for underneath. It's loose on the floor and it's picked up by Quist. Quist kicks it back outside for Winter. Winter wanted to drive. Oh, blocking foul on Ben. Coach White stomps his feet. He wanted an offensive foul. Thought Ben beat him to the spot. Foul on Ben will be his second. 5th foul on the Bulldogs, so that was their last to give. It'll be free throws at any subsequent Bulldog foul. Ben then nearly stole the inbounds. Now they get it for Quist. Quist being hounded by Crabtree. Crabtree took it away, but the ball comes free right over to the arrows again. Winter on the drive. Winter tried a reverse layup, and it's swatted out of bounds by both Brooks and Nielsen. And it'll stay here with Pipestone, but they've got 8 on the shot clock now. Caden Zephyr will trigger the inbounds. Look for a lob into Quist. Nielsen trying to defend that. They get it to Quist out near the top of the key. Quist, no room, goes inside. Mush got a great seal, lays it up, and one. Foul on Schneider. And Austin Mush to the free throw line trying to complete a 3-point play. He's got a game-high 15 points and a chance for one more. The lead is 3 now for the Arrows. Still a lot of time. 6:19 to play here in the second half. Free throw is up and short, no good. Rebound Nielsen for Madison. Shane Veenhoff stands near the circle. Lobs a pass in for Brooks that's knocked out of bounds. Stays with Madison. 21 on the shot clock. Madison down by 3. Corner left side, Crabtree. Top of the key for Ben. Ben works his way into the paint. Bouncing his way in for a shot, no good, but a foul. And Brooks will step to the line and shoot a pair here. Ben, 12 points tonight, pardon me. Tied with Schneider for a team high. Now Brooks with 13 as the first free throw goes down. Crabtree out, Brody Cummins back in for Madison. One more free throw for Brooks, up and good. 14 in the ball game for the Madison senior, and the Pipestone lead back to 1 now, 46-45. Veenhoff staying right with Zephyr as he comes into the front court. Pass off for Winter. Winter now for Quist. Quist spins, passes back out Winter. Winter drives through the paint, tried to kick to the corner. Shane batted the ball away, saved from going out of bounds by Zephyr, back into the hands of Quist. Quist lost it, got it back, bounced it down low for Mush. Mush on the drive, rejected by Brooks. Rebound Nielsen, gets it back to Ben now. Ben with a head of steam into the paint, throws it up right hand, they'll wave it off, offensive foul. And Coach White, furious again, saying the Pipestone player was moving. Official said Ben pushed off, though, with the arm. Offensive foul on Brooks is his third. And Coach White giving it to the official on the sideline. And now pointing and yelling at the other official. Giving him a little leeway here, fortunately. Pipestone inbounds. Wobler pushes it up into the front court. Wobler on the crossover. Throws it into the corner for Zephyr. Zephyr wraps it over to Mush. Mush shot up through traffic. Rolls in. 3-point lead again for the Arrows. 5 minutes to go, and the intensity has really picked up here. Thanks in part to Coach White. Thanks in part to these teams in this back-and-forth game. Brooks at the top of the key, down by 3. Nielsen sets a screen for Veenhoff. Veenhoff into the paint. Runner with the right hand. No good, but a whistle will send Shane back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Schneider comes to the bench, wants a drink of water while Veenhoff tries his first free throw attempt. Up and no good. Bulldogs have left some points out there from the free throw line tonight. One more for Shane. That one no good. Another 0 for 2 from Shane from the line. Second time he's done that tonight. 48-45, Pipestone lead remains 3. Back onto the floor is Wobler. Wobler into the paint, then back out for Zephyr. Now here's Quist, facing up from 15. One dribble inside, throws up the jumper, and it rattles home. Lead is 5 now. Ties the biggest of the ball game for Pipestone. Ahead for Cummins. Cummins back to Brooks. Brooks. And Shane now left side for Schneider. Outside Brody. They get it back into the hands of Ben. One-on-one. He'll be fouled as he tried to make his move, and that'll be free throws for Ben Brooks. Landon Quist wrapped him up there. And it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Brooks. Third foul of the game on Landon Quist. Brooks, front end of the bonus is good. 15 now in the game for Ben Brooks. Trying to get Madison back to a one-possession lead here. Free throw is up and too strong. Oh, but it got the kiss off the front of the rim when it bounced back through. 3-point lead for Pipestone. Wobler into the front court with Shane on him. Left side, Zephyr nearly threw it at his ankles. Zephyr controls. Then a pass tipped by Ben. Comes right into the hands of Wobler for a 3, no good. Mush got a rebound, tied up underneath. Bulldogs wanted a jump ball, and it will be, the officials huddle up. Travel, out of bounds, jump ball. Could have any 3. What do we got? Hand up in the air. What do we got? No signal. Timeout. And the Bulldog fans let the boos come down. 3:42 to play here in the second half. Pipestone has the ball and a 3-point lead, and we're back after this on KJAM.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the MDL broadcast booth. I'm Matt Grossen. Pipestone, 3:42 to play here in the second half. Madison trails by 3, 50-47. Arrows have the basketball and 17 seconds on the shot clock. Following that timeout where Madison thought they had a jump ball or a travel or something. Instead, Pipestone gets it. Here's the inbound to Quist. Quist trying to go at Nielsen. Nolan rejects it. Ben then swats it ahead. Trying to run it down. Grabs it. Gets the defender in the air. Goes up. Layup good. Ben with the steal of the hoop, and the lead is 1. 50-49 with 3.5 minutes to play. This is Quist on the drive. Outside Winter for a 3. Left it short out the front of the iron. Rebounded by Cummins for the Bulldogs. Brody into the front court. Doesn't have numbers. Slows it down. Skips it for Veenhoff for a 3. And the lead. No good. Rebound. Cummins inside. They're going to get him for a foul. A push-off on Brody. And from where I sit, probably the right call, but the Bulldog fans are not going to have any of it. And that loose ball foul will walk us down to the other end of the court now as both teams are in the bonus. That's the 8th foul on Madison, and a 1-and-1 for Tegan Wobler from the free throw line with a 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter. First Wobler free throw No good. Rebound, Pipestone. Then the ball comes loose, and it's controlled by Madison. Bulldogs up the other way. Schneider, timeout. Bulldogs, 3:03 to play. Whale of a ball game down the stretch. It's Madison down by 1, 50-49. Timeout on the floor. We'll pause again. Back after this on KJAM.
Madison Regional Health is dedicated to keeping you in the game. Our expert team of physicians or physical therapists can treat your strain, sprains, or any injury that has you sidelined. Madison Regional Health also brings top orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists to Madison every week. Get back to your favorite activities with the help of the specialists and staff at Madison Regional Health.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Are you craving a taste sensation that'll knock your socks off? Stop into the all-new Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Check out Go-Go Burritos dinner specials like a torta and tots for $11.99 every Wednesday, a family meal special every Thursday night, and buy 3 tacos, get 1 free every Friday night. There's options for everyone, so bring the family for a weeknight special at Go-Go Burritos in Madison.
3:03 to go here in this one. Pipestone by a point. Madison has not led in this second half. They have tied it multiple times. Now down 1 with the basketball. Bounce pass to the top of the key by Veenhoff is taken away. Layup on the other end. Good for Landon Johnson. He's got 10 off the bench. Careless pass by Veenhoff and the Bulldogs. Make the lead 3 again. And then another pass taken away. Back-to-back Bulldog turnovers. Mush going all the way for the layup. Good. Back-to-back lackadaisical passes in crunch time have Madison now down 5 again, 54-49. Brooks drives to the corner, passes in for Schneider. Schneider in traffic with the right hand, turns it around and hits. Big bucket in traffic. Miles Schneider back to a 3-point Pipestone lead, 54-51 with 2:15 to play. See if Pipestone wants to shorten the game here, take some time. They bounce it down low. Quist doesn't look like it. He traveled. Got into the block, working against Nielsen and traveled. His second traveling violation in the second half. Bulldogs down 3, had the basketball again. 2:07 to play here in the second half. Veenhoff off for Ben. Quist on him. Ben around a screen. Steps back for a 3, looking for the tie. No good. Rebound Pipestone, and Coach White not pleased with that shot selection. Early step back 3. Yeah, that would have tied it, but that's a tough shot with a lot of time on the clock. Here's a drive now by the Wobler inside, and Wobler gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. And Madison has not been making high basketball IQ plays in the last 2 minutes. And the lead is back to 3 and a chance to make it 2 possession again for Tegan Wobler. Free throw up and no good. Pipestone leaving the door open here with 1:42 to play. Up 54-51. Wobler, second free throw. That one no good. Rebound Schneider, the lead still 3. Schneider for Brooks. Brooks rises from 10 feet. No, but a late whistle will send Ben to the free throw line. Brooks with 18 points tonight. 14 for Miles Schneider. Foul's going to be on Landon Quist, and that is his 4th personal. So he will stay out there, but with 4 now. 2 players with 4. He and Wobler with 4 each. Oh, and the hoop spits that one out. Still a 3-point lead now for Pipestone. One more free throw coming up for Brooks here. And that second one no good. Nielsen wants the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball. It'll go to Pipestone. 3rd time tonight, Madison has missed both free throws at the line. They have missed 9 tonight by my count, and they're down 3. 54-51. 94 seconds to play. Inbounds to Quist. Quist has the ball knocked away by Veenhoff but out of bounds. And Pipestone will inbound again. Wobler. Inbounds to Quist, but it's taken away Nielsen. Into the corner for Veenhoff. Now for Ben, a three for the tie. No good. Rebound Nielsen. Put back, yes! And the foul for Nolan Nielsen. And a chance for a three-point play that could tie the game with 1:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. The freshman with the offensive rebound. The foul was on Tegan Wobler. That is number 5, and the senior point guard is out of the game. And Landon Johnson will check in to replace him. Nielsen with 5 points and a chance for one more now. That could tie this game with 1:22 to go. Free throw, no good. And it remains a 1-point Pipestone lead, 54-53. 10 misses from the line for the Bulldogs. 1:15 to play here in the game. Pipestone, Quist on the handoff to Zephyr. Guarded by Shane Veenhoff. Now for Johnson, who's back in. Johnson for Quist. Quist driving on Nolan. Got Nolan in the air. Put the shot up. He'll get a three-point opportunity. Landon Quist with Nielsen literally on his back. Nolan jumped in the air. Quist undercut him. Puts it in for two. The lead is back to 3, and with the free throw can make it a 2-possession game with now 1 minute to go. Free throw up. Good. 57-53 Pipestone. Quist with 4 fouls checks out for defense here. Matthew DeBates comes into the game. 59.9 to play here in the ball game. 57-53 Pipestone. Bulldogs need to work quickly but get a good shot. Brooks, oh, what a tough pass that was, out of bounds. Brooks tried a no-look pass through a double team, and it goes out of bounds. And that's the third careless turnover by the Bulldogs here in the last 3 minutes of this one. Madison down 4, not out of this yet, but need a stop or a steal here. Inbounds pass comes to Zephyr. They've got Sims in. Quist picks up his dribble. Quist in some trouble, throws it ahead where they've got 2 players. They'll get a dunk on the other end to make it a 6-point lead, biggest of the game for Pipestone. Veenhoff, nice through the defense, lays it up, got the hoop and the harm. 3-point play opportunity. Shane Veenhoff forcing the issue. So the bucket will be good. Makes it a 4-point game. The free throw can make it a 3-point game with 35.5 seconds to go. Free throw is up and good. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout. 35 seconds to go in this one. Madison's down 3 in Pipestone. And we're back after this on KJAM.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Today, you have more choices than ever in how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the service you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Their local, trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it the most.
Well, the Madison Bulldogs have forced a couple of turnovers with their full court pressure tonight. They also gave up a dunk on the last inbound from Pipestone. They need a stop or a steal here, down 3. Actually, it won't be a stop. They need a steal or they need a foul. Both teams are in the double bonus, so 2 shots on every free throw. Johnson will inbound for the Arrows. Lobs it up high, finds Quist. Now the ball's loose on the floor and picked up by Brody. Cummins needs help. Cummins throws it ahead, finds Schneider now. Bulldogs down 3 at the basketball. Here's Sims. Back over to Schneider. Veenhoff wants it. 20 seconds to go. Veenhoff gets it to Brooks. Brooks letting time go. Brooks steps back. 3 for the tie. It's well short. Save from going out. No, it's out of bounds. Pipestone survives that one. And we're going to get a timeout by the Arrows. 11 seconds to go. Pipestone will inbound again. Still up 3. Back after this on KJM.
Touchdown! But wait, are you ready for the real game changer this season?
That's right. Whether you're in the end zone or the weight zone, Anytime Fitness has got your back.
With 24/7 access, state-of-the-art equipment, and a community that's always cheering you on, it's your home field advantage all year long.
Need to tackle that workout before work or maybe blitz through some cardio after the big game? No problem. Anytime Fitness is always open, just like your playbook. So gear up and head over to Anytime Fitness, where champions are made.
Join today and get in the best shape of your life on and off the field.
Go Bulldogs!
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service. Proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Well, the Bulldogs down 3, got the steal they wanted but couldn't make the shot, and now at 11 seconds, they need another steal. And they're going to get a turnover. Pipestone wanted to try the little trick on the inbounds. Quist was going to go back into the baseline, but he didn't establish himself fully. He still had one foot on the floor, and so a turnover on the Arrows gives it back to Madison. They'll have it under their basket with 11 seconds to go, down 3. And Coach White, I think, is going to want another timeout. How about that? Pipestone has turned it over their last 2 times trying to inbound the basketball, and Madison gets it back. Down 3 with 11 seconds to go. And we're back after this break on KJAM.
No more waiting for your car repair. Contact the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison. Jake and his son have taken over the former Rogers service and are bringing 35 years of combined experience to Madison. Automedics Car Care can take care of all your engine repair, oil changes, braking, injection systems, battery, transmission, even exhaust work, and much more. Plus, they're offering 10% off your first service. So contact the Automedics Car Care Center today at 256-6762 or visit them on Facebook, the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison.
Madison Bulldogs have the basketball. Pipestone has the lead, 59-56, with 11 seconds to go. Madison with Schneider, Crabtree, Brooks, Veenhoff, and Cummins on the floor. See if Madison can free up Crabtree. A catch and shoot maybe here and a three-pointer. You'd like to get one quick so you have maybe one more last crack at it if this doesn't work. Crabtree runs to the corner. They get him the ball. Falling out of bounds. He gets it to Ben. 3 for the tie. No good. Rebound loose. Crabtree picks it up. Ball's on the floor. Still loose. We're going to get a jump with 3 seconds. It'll stay here with Madison. 3 seconds to go for the Bulldogs to try one more 3 to tie it up. Ben will trigger the inbound. I'm not sure this is who you want throwing it in. With just 3 seconds, he's got the best chance to rise up and get a three-point shot up. They get it to him. Buzzer 3, no good! And Pipestone survives. 59-56. The Arrows pick up the win over the Bulldogs. A battle down to the last gasp here for Madison, but the Bulldogs had 4 cracks at it in the final 20 seconds, couldn't get one to go down, and they fall 59-56. Let's take a final timeout. We're back with your Bulldog postgame show after this on KJAM.
Heartland Energy is your local public power provider, delivering wholesale energy along with a variety of services to the City of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland partners with the City of Madison to offer rebates for the purchase of efficient electric appliances and equipment. We also offer incentives and low-interest financing options for new or expanding businesses. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is your trusted partner for reliable energy solutions. Learn more at heartlandenergy.com.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
Final score tonight here from Pipestone. It's the Madison Bulldogs falling by 3, 59-56 to the Pipestone area Arrows. Madison and Pipestone were back and forth throughout the entire first half. The Arrows got a free throw to take a 1-point lead at halftime. Madison would never lead in the second half. Bulldogs forced a couple of ties in there. Pipestone's lead was never more than 6. But it got to a 6-point lead after Madison had got it down to a 2-point advantage. The Arrows, Madison had the ball down 2. Arrows stole a ball, got a layup. Stole the next play, got a layup, and never gave that lead back as they win it 59-56 tonight. Your final score. Leading scorer in the ball game was Austin Mush, who went for 19 to lead the Arrows tonight. 15 for Landon Quist this evening. For the Bulldogs, 18 for Ben Brooks, 14 for Miles Schneider. Madison, again, a lot of free throws left out there in a game they lose by 3, and they missed double-digit free throws tonight. Decision-making in the last couple of minutes just a little off for Madison tonight. Some questionable shots. A step-back 3 when you're down 3, but with a couple minutes to go, 25-plus seconds on the clock, you'd like to work and try to get into a good shot. Madison settled for some pretty tough shots in that closing minutes rather than just running through their offense trying to get a good look at something. And you could tell Coach White was frustrated by it. But the Bulldogs still in the end, the defense forced some turnovers, gave them an opportunity in this one, just couldn't get the shots to fall as they fall 59-56 tonight. So for the Madison boys, it's back to a game under 500 now, 6-7 record on the season. Pipestone improves to 6-11. The Arrows will be back in action tomorrow night. They'll be back here on their home floor taking on the Cardinals of Redwood Valley. For the Bulldogs, they will head back to Madison on Saturday afternoon. Madison and the DAC-12 NEC Conference clash on Saturday. They will take on the Webster area Bearcats. 3:30 scheduled start time from the Madison Middle School gym, part of that DAC-12 NEC Conference clash. We will have that game right here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. Taking a look before we let you go tonight, some other scores from area teams. Elkton Lake Benton beat ORR boys 60-39 tonight. Lennox is leading Parker 51-26. It is Sioux Falls Christian up 45-27 on Dakota Valley tonight, and Vermilion beat Del Rapids by 4, 57-53 this evening. Canton leading Sioux Falls Lutheran 59-37 tonight. And Elkton Lake Benton picked up a win over the ORR boys 60-39 this evening. So again, our next broadcast here on AM 1390 is coming up on Saturday, but we do have basketball for you tomorrow over on our sister station, Jam and Country FM 103. As tomorrow it's the Chester Flyers hosting Del Rapids St. Mary, a girls and boys basketball doubleheader that you can hear over on Jam and Country 103. Coach Dale Bartel will have the call for you on that one. Again, our final score tonight, it is Pipestone with a 59-56 win over the Madison Bulldogs. I want to thank all of you for joining us here tonight. All of our Bulldog sponsors who have made our broadcast possible throughout the course of the season. For everyone at KJAM Sports, I'm Matt Gross. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your Thursday night.